What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about Mega Dream EX, which will be Ascended Heroes in English coming out in January of next year. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen a lot of the leaks. You've looked at them. Other content creators I've seen have already made videos. So I'm not going to talk about the cards specifically and give my opinions on them. I will, bring up a couple of the important ones, but I want to talk more specifically about why Ascended Heroes could potentially be an investing nightmare for some people. It could also be a solid investment for others, but we'll get into that. Also, it is Wednesday, so we'll touch on the Sword and Shield booster boxes a little bit, and then also we'll close the video out by talking about Prismatic a little as well. But getting into Mega Dream EX, some of these leaks, I think a couple of the big ones, we have some new attack cards. We got a Gengar, so the Void Gale, I think that will be decently expensive. We got the Dragonite one as well, but really the interesting cards are the SIR leaks. So Mega Frostlass EX, I know Mega Frostlass, not a super popular Pokemon. It's an amazing artwork though. You're probably gonna have some level of value there. Kind of reminds me of the Milotic from Surging Sparks, which even though Milotic's not a super popular Pokemon, that card's still like about $100, maybe 90-ish now. The Pikachu EX SIR, this one, I don't know. I think it's a little bit derpy. I know some people like it, whatever. If that's your thing, awesome. That will definitely have a little bit of value though. The Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, I think this is another incredibly boring artwork. I don't know which one I hate more, this one or the one from Destined Rivals, but it's still going to be valuable because it's a Mewtwo EX SIR. And also just because there's so many SIRs and secret rares in the set, you're probably going to have fairly difficult pull rates on some of these, which means that the cards are just going to be more expensive than what they normally would be. Also, the Gengar SR, we've seen that one before. The other new leak as well, the Dragonite, the Mega Dragonite EX SIR. This is actually pretty decent. I'm not a huge fan of the Dragonite EX, the Mega version, but this is actually a pretty awesome artwork. So why I think Ascended Heroes could potentially be a really bad investment. In short, there are going to be people dumping tons of money into this, and it could be a Prismatic situation where Pokemon just decides to print the ever-living shit out of it over the next 18 to 24 months. And the difficulty now becomes, at what point is it going to be a good buy? So for example, if Ascended Heroes ETBs hit the market after like a Costco or Sam's Club restock at $80, is that going to be where everyone just loads up? Are we going to wait for them to get down to maybe like $60, $40? It's really tough to tell what's going to happen over the next year or so in the Pokemon hobby. I think that you should probably wait to see the value of the top 5 to 10 cards to get a rough idea of where this is going to rank compared to some of these other specialty sets and even the mainline sets of the Scarlet and Violet and Mega era blocks. But I do think it's going to be worth eventually getting your hands on some of the ETBs and even some of the booster bundles, which if you look at some of these other sets like Prismatic, booster bundles for the entirety of this year have been trending downwards, and I think that's going to continue. And we can actually just skip to the Prismatic talk. The reason why I am maybe a bit more conservative on Ascended Heroes right now is just because Pokemon hyper-focused on Prismatic for an entire year, and even with all the printing they've done, the set's held up well, so you have to give Prismatic respect in that aspect. But because Pokemon has hyper-focused so hard on one set, a lot of other sets have done much better. For example, Destined Rivals this year has definitely outperformed Prismatic. You could have been buying booster boxes for $200, $220 a little bit after release. Those are still holding around $380. And obviously a lot of the Sword and Shield sets, I know they've been pulling back 20-25% at this point, but even these sets you could have been buying in January, February and made way more money than investing into Prismatic Evolution. So that's where I think a lot of the risk is with Ascended Heroes going into next year is you got to be ready to dollar cost average, because some people, if they go all in, they have no cash reserves. It's going to be very difficult for them to grow their positions if Sam's Club, if Costco bundles begin to hit the market maybe summer 2026 or going into the holiday season that year. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think about that. And then also Sword and Shield era, if you are in the spreadsheet, you can go look at all the numbers from this week. But in terms of boxes moving up in price, Sword and Shield base, we're now up to $582 on TCG Player. Rebel Clash, we're sitting around $447 currently. And the Darkness Ablaze is $337. So these older sets in the Sword and Shield era, continuing to trend upward. Sales volume is staying fairly consistent on them. Now, when we look at the alternate art sets in the Sword and Shield era, Brilliant Stars is the only one doing anything interesting currently. This box was down to around $418 last week. Granted, a lot of that did have to do with Korean boxes being pushed on TCG Player, bringing that price down. I think when you look on eBay, there are maybe a handful of boxes below 500 bucks, but then you're already pushing back to 515, 525. I imagine Brilliant Stars, we're going to see this graph get back to around 450, 460, maybe even 475 fairly quickly. It's performing much better than a lot of the alternate art sets like Chilling Reign, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike. Most of these are actually down about 25% now from their highs, which is fairly large when we consider prior corrections in sealed product. I think Evolutions might be one of the sealed products that had the largest correction ever. We're talking about maybe 30%, 35% from its high back during COVID. So there's definitely deals to be had on a lot of these Sword and Shield sets if you believe in the product long term. Lost Origin, same sort of deal. I know we didn't touch on this yet. I think we have boxes on eBay maybe in like the 640 range or lower, $630. Not tons of them, but there are a few listings. People still racing to the bottom there. Silver Tempest, same deal. I think you can find boxes sub $400 on eBay fairly easily. And then the final thing I want to touch on this video in regards to Prismatic, we already kind of talked about this, but it seems like in Canada, at least, at Costco's, more of these are hitting the shelves. I actually just had someone reach out to me on Facebook yesterday. I ended up buying more Prismatic ETBs at about $86 USD after the conversion. If you guys are in Canada, a lot of these are hitting the Facebook groups at around $120 Canadian. And then also the booster bundles are about 60-ish Canadian, which is, I don't know, 40, 45 USD, something like that. Below market for sure. And I was actually trying to buy these for about $40 USD. And I will maybe be able to get a few at that price, but I think people are trying to hold on at like $50 USD. But either way, very cheap product for Prismatic hitting the markets. Apparently, at least who I talked to, it seemed like there was less this restock compared to the initial waves at Costco. Maybe that's a sign that Pokemon is eventually going to move on from this product and start printing something like Destined Rivals. And obviously they're going to have to do a lot of work with Ascended Rivals when that comes out, because this is a very deep set. You're going to have some expensive cards in here. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the illustration rares, but I think some of these, like the Mimikyu and then also the Psyduck, some of these cards will definitely have a little bit of value. But that's all I really wanted to talk about in the video. You guys let me know in the comments section down below what you think. Also, this weekend, TCG Player is going to be doing their Cyber Weekend sale where you get 10% back in credit up to, I believe, a $500 purchase. So if you guys are planning to buy anything and you want to support the channel, I do have affiliate links down below. Again, free and easy to use. All you have to do is click on it before you do your shopping. I'll get a small percentage of the sale at no extra cost to you. So it's a free and easy way to support the channel. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.